No, I'm not trying to put that in there. Maybe chuck some of that shit in there because I'm going to need a little bit of space to pick shit up. Balance knife, helm, broadsword. Yeah, I don't have that kind of space. You try to put that down there. Broadsword's not going to fit. Two-handed sword will fit. I could move the helm over into this spot, realistically. Give me that shit. And, can move what? Broadsword? No. What else is in here? Because there's obviously that fucking thing too. Is there anything else? It's these urns. There's a belt. I can pick that up. There's bolts I could... There we go. Alright, that's about as much as I can carry for the moment. He's got nothing on him. There's a special thing up here. And then there's the broadsword. So we'll go back. Oh, man. You know, the interesting thing about like all the like thawing and stamina and all those sort of potions, so I can actually drink them this time. I just can't use them tactfully. So I can't actually like go and use them as an advantage in a battle. But I can drink them to get them the fuck out of my inventory. So if you guys were wondering about that, I don't know if I've dabbled on that before. I do want to keep this for health. I've already got one of those. I do want to keep this as well. Kind of don't want to lose where it is in here, but it's fine. Let's get you that sold, that sold. Drop the money. We're about to go probably pick up like a whole shit ton of stuff because we're next to one of those chests. So... there's a horned helm, that's about it, by the look of it. And I think I got an identification scroll, so we can have a quick look. Maybe. I did, and it's for a barbarian. So that's not super useful for us. Chuck those two in there. Chuck the extra shit in here. So whatever we can fit is whatever we can fit, by the look of it. Alright. These shouldn't be that big. These tombs are normally not very big. But... like, I also... oh, shit, hello. I also do expect to see some, like, actual specials in here. Oh, hello, we got Seared Slime the Impaler as a spectral hit, and he died, like, instantly. Holy crackers.
I need mana.
I do need mana. Hold on, let me boot this guy. There we go. That'll do it. Chain gloves. It'd be nice if those were something decent. Oh, this is one of those cool oval, like, fucking shaped rooms. I like these. They're just neat. And that's why I like them. It's like Marge Simpson. I just think it's neat, you know? I can't fit that in there. Move that over. Drink that. Move that up there. Half freeze duration again is a 12, which is stronger. Enhanced defense, lightning resistant, poison length reduced, and repairs durability, which might actually be comparable. Lightning resistant is less. It gives me dexterity versus enhanced defense. This one is stronger on that, but the rest of it, apart from the 20+% lightning resistance, which is going to go down by a bit, which, how is mine looking? It's at 40, so going down 20 is not going to help, but also not going to hurt, because there's only so much lightning stuff at this point. So yeah, I can actually upgrade my damn gloves. It's just I get 6% better chance of getting magical items, and this will repair itself, but poison length is reduced. So I do want to keep an eye on these. I want to put them back in my stash if I can. So I would rather put extra crap in with that and have like the extra space in here taken up a little bit. Put that up there. That way I don't automatically sell it on entry back into town. I want to compare it to my other gloves. The half freeze duration I don't want to lose, and I don't know if my other ones have got it, but it will be super useful up against Duriel. I can hear you guys behind the damn door doing all sorts of heavy breathing back here. A jewel. Scroll of identity. I feel like there's a lot in here too. There we go. Just barely stuck into this room. It sounded like a key maybe. I might be able to carry some of this, but not a lot of it. I can probably carry like maybe one more thing. Fire resistance, that could be slightly useful, but a high level gem would do better than that. Claws, I can take them with me. We'll have to go back to town. So, Kane, mate, I've got a couple of things, and I do want to well, I do kind of want to go to this first because I want to swap that into there. So what I've got is I've got 8 versus 9 attack rating, enhanced defense, strength, fire resistant, poison length reduced by 25. So this will be better as a spare than that one. Attack rating, I mean, that is kind of useful, but not super useful. What have I got against it? 2 ores, poison resistance wins. And fire resistance is good. But this does life or fire damage. I think it must be one of the runes must have the fire resistance then. That's fine. I would have to obviously find the rune that has the equivalent, because at the moment that's the best, but honestly I wouldn't probably put fire resistant into anything at the moment. I would look for like damage or like, you know, attack rating resistances, that kind of shit, or yeah, damage or resistances. And I think, what was it? Fire resistant. This one does 22% in shields. So this is for like everything, but what have I got else here? Dexterity, poison resistance is 5, extra gold from monsters, or poison damage over 2 seconds. I'm keeping that one, but that one's questionable, and that one's, I really don't think I'm going to use that. I also don't think I'm going to use fire resistance either, so I might sell all 3 of these. If that's the case. It gives me like a tiniest bit more space. Frozen armor, charge bolt, no. Alright. I do need to get another, scroll, but I may have one in my inventory. Yes. I've got one in my inventory and I'm almost a level, so that's kind of neat. Alright, let's get all that shit sold. Repair my crap, drop that in there. I have like 2 squares in my stash that I can like fit shit at the moment, which is nuts. Alright. Kick. I do love that you can kick shit in this game. I don't know why. It's just one of those like little things that like makes me happy. Like, I find it weird that you can step on creatures. That thing's not something that makes me happy. It's like one of those like, you know, kicking urns sparks joy, and stepping on like miscellaneous creatures does not spark joy. Kind of meme, you know? But yeah, as I run around, like whenever I find something that I can smash or break, it's such a weird thing. But yeah, whenever I saw it in like other games, like I didn't know like other games also had it as like a fundamental kind of thing, but it makes sense. Not really, like I think in reality, I think most people would like look in an urn if it was in like some kind of a sacred ass temple type thing. But like also if it's like extremely like impacted with like matter, like if it's got like a lot of like dirt or sand or something compacted down to almost like cement levels, I could see them being like, yeah, I'm just gonna smash that. But there's just all these priceless fucking vases. It also reminds me of like, you know, with RimWorld, how you can obviously take home urns and stuff, but you can also deconstruct them for materials and stuff. You get no materials from this. I think there's something behind the door. There we go. These guys kind of glow a little bit. There must be one of those. There you are. Nope, I've got enough mana for that guy, I'll tell you that much. Hold on. I did not mean to shut the fucking door behind me. That did not help anything. Rejuvenation potion. Where is this going? This is going upwards. And kind of downwards back into a chamber I've sort of run past. So, I did not appreciate getting booped then, mate. I don't have enough mana, no. It sounded like he dropped the belt, but I think it was just him in general. I am happy that the gore bellies aren't being like a problem. It's nice. Because usually they're a fucking problem. Normally my girl gets stunned and then she'll get dead. Kind of attitude. But that's not what's sort of happening. Hold on. Earn there to kick. Whoa.
I am overburdened.
I might be overburdened. Maybe don't stand in the fire, love. I also damaged undead. I can't fit that in. Short battle bow. Drink that up. Pop that there because I don't really have much in the way of actual mana on me out here. And move that over. Alright. Maybe don't run through the fire. Fire is optional. It's not. I'm just saying, like, she shouldn't be running through it. What? Alright, now that you guys are all up here in the corner with me, Funny how for like a good portion of like Act 1, it was mostly like frost, right? But then most of Act 2 has been like fire. Grand Scepter. Yeah, right. I don't think I can fit that, even if I was to move some shit around. No, I don't think so. Like, I could put these two in there, and that would allow me to put, like, the 3 potions in a different stack, but then I'd be stuck with that. So, we'll have to go back. Honestly, I think that may have been all there was to that area. It also kind of looks like she very briefly looks like she's about to skip when she runs. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I feel like she does. Like, it's not like any issue or whatever, I just find it interesting that she does it. And got those two to sell as well. Whoop. Do I have one of these? No, I have the basically beneath it. I saw those two and I'm like, I wasn't like 100% like I focused on them and I thought there was 2 Faras for a second. I'm like, what is this? Like witchcraft? And yeah, no, it's fine. Hey, Lysander, I might, I was gonna get like a key or something. Hold on. Not that. I was thinking if I had another rejuvenation potion, I could swap it over. But I'm going to go up to Drogonen to get another portal because I'm kind of out. So I was just going to buy some mana as I don't need a lot. There we go. Alright. So I don't think that there was much more to this. I think there was mostly just that room, maybe. Yeah, I figured it was just this room left. But yeah, it definitely did not take very long to get through one of these things. Alright, so that's, which one is this? This is the moon, I think, one, the crescent. I'll take a look when I go up to the top. I'll just make sure which one I may have to, it is the moon. Moon is optional if I want to redo that. Now, there was square down here, I think, or circle, one of the two, circle. Alright, I still have like a little bit more time. I'm gonna push in. Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I was gonna say I could hear skeletons. Hold up. Get you dead. Oh, I don't like the look of that. You guys stay over there, yeah? Oh, there we go. You guys have got to go through a couple of rows of fire to get to me. And there's definitely a dude that's still resummoning them. I don't have mana. No, I'm trying to fucking hit him though. There we go. Well, we just hit a level. And there's so many urns to kick. So many. Alright, he's found some more. Oh. The lightning in these is becoming like relatively consistent, I'll tell you that much. So you found a skeleton dude. Did he walk in from the open door? I'm gonna guess that he came in from in there. Chuck that shit in there. Chuck that shit in there. What the fuck is this? Target defense, regeneration. Yeah, no, not gonna keep that. Move that shit over. I've just got to make sure that we're mostly clear in this room. Like, one of the doors is... 2 of the doors are open, but I think we're okay to do this. So we're up to 23, which is the last of this style of OCD. So now I will be doing... my regular OCD from here on out, which will be the 1 in every one and then the additional point in the consecutive like stack, so that'll make it like a little bit easier. I already put 1 in the fire, which means we put 1 in Frost Nova, and then we'll get 24 will bring us new levels and shit. So yeah, all right, neat. I forgot to kick that. Nice. Well, a couple of levels is like really nice to have gotten out of the blue. Let's set you on fire in the back here, mate. And let me put that out of the way. Oh crap, holy fuck balls. Let me get to the door. Let me help you out there, mate. I can push through a little bit. I'm kind of lightly dying, but I can set this guy on fire. Don't you poison me, you cunt. I'm lightly dying. Actually, no, I'm relatively dying. Hold on, have I got more health? I do not have more health. Leather gloves, no. Stand out here for a second. Health. Tiny health. Just enough tiny health for the minute. Is he still alive? No? Okay.
I am overburdened.
I'm gonna try to pick up some stuff before we hopefully have to go back. I don't think I have more room, and I'm running out of life. I'm going back. I don't have enough life that if she happens to go down to like 1, that we would live. By the look of it, but give it time. Yeah, I would have had to have gone back. I kind of figured that that was the case. I just wanted to double check it. Damage to undead. It said that. And most of that's paladin skills, so I can't use that. And I need to buy health, or at least use up some of my health, because I have... No, I've got fancy health in here, and I've already got mana. Alright, I will need to go up to Drogonen then, because I also need a... I need a scroll. So give me that, give me 4 health. There we go. Everything else is all cleared out. And we'll drop that back. Sweet. Alright. Well... Hey Zo, what are you up to? What have you been doing? I think this is the round room. We had this like one before, so if it's the same, not going to be much of a place. Which means that the special chest will probably be over the other side. Boring work stuff. Oh yeah. Let me put a fire in the doorway there because I can hear them, and I think they'll have to go through my fire. There we go. Alright, I can see a lot of you guys. I think the dude I want is up here. There you are. Hold on, let me put a fire behind me too. There we go. This game I never played, but I get nostalgia vibes. Yeah. So this is Diablo II Resurrected. And when it's just Diablo 2, it looks like this. And yeah, it's like a 30-year-old game.
I am overburdened.
But Resurrected is kind of like the remastered version. So yeah, definitely pulls the nostalgia vibes. Plus, I'm also playing it in kind of a way like contributed to like nostalgia because I'm recreating a character I made when I was like 13. So yeah, like I'm not playing like the people that play it online do these days kind of thing, which is usually kind of like a mile a minute. I could merge those arrows. Like, I've got, like, what is this, bolts? Chuck that in there. Merge that shit. I know I'm not going to get, like, extra money for selling it and shit, but I will have the extra space, and sometimes the extra space is more worth it. Because, like, she's good for money. She's only died once. We've picked up a lot of stuff. She's had, like, this, what do you call it, find, like, additional magical items buff on her gloves for a while. Right, so she's been finding the good shit. And yeah, we can probably afford to like leave like, oh shit, hold on, I just phased through a door. We can afford to like merge some bows and shit, arrows and bolts. There's the words I want. Hey mate, I heard a screw a crossbow drop then.
I can't carry anymore.
I might not be able to carry that. Yeah, I definitely can't carry it. Is there anything else here? Mana potion, chip skull, ring. I can carry those. And there is a shrine, which I don't super need right now. Yeah. I'm just kind of like clearing a bit of area that like I'll probably have to like go back and re-clear anyway, but that one gives me a better chance of magical items. But it's still nice to like get the chance to do it. Maximum stamina, not keeping that, because this particular playthrough, like I can't like replay an entire zone as like a grind or anything like that. So like if I clear out an area and I don't fully finish clearing it out, I have to kind of like start from that area and re-clear it when I start again, kind of thing. Like the next time I like load in and shit. So yeah, I get extra XP that way. Look at that. Was it a 35 stream streak? Jesus. Go nuke. That is nuts. What are you up to? Do you ever play new Diablo games? So I've played Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, a little bit of Diablo 4. I hated Diablo 4. complained about it so much, I decided to go back to playing Diablo 2 because I love Diablo 2. And I had Resurrected, so we're playing Diablo 2 Resurrected. So, like, I play Diablo, but I definitely don't play, like, modern style Diablo. Like, I've played 3 and I've played 4. I didn't get a lot out of 3. It was okay. It just wasn't, you know, what I expected in, like, the next, like, iteration of it. And Diablo 4 was just fucking terrible. So, like, I didn't mind the fact that Diablo 4 kind of initially felt like it was a bit of a continuation to Diablo 2's storyline. I appreciated that. But all the rest of the shit that they brought in, it basically just felt like Warcraft reskinned as Diablo to me. Which, you know, as a Diablo fan, I did not appreciate. Extra gold for monsters, and I've got an amulet here, dexterity, and I've got another knockback, which, I mean, I can really only hold on to like 4 of those, but I also don't want to like dump them out because they are useful. You two stack together, you move over, Alright, there we go. Last time I remember hearing a Diablo drama was when Study Happy, was it hyped up some big release fans got excited for? And it turned out to be a mobile game. Oh, that happened too. So after 3, I think it was after 3, they were like, oh, we've been working on like another game, you're gonna love it, you know, it's definitely in the direction you guys all want. And then they'll like announce that it's on the mobile, and it's like, do you guys even understand what it is that we like about Diablo? Kind of thing, because it's like, oh shit, hold on, I gotta get these guys off me because nobody's dropping any health in here. Because yeah, like most people that are playing Diablo are not going to be playing it on their phone out on like, you know, public transport or on their lunch break or something, right? They normally like take the effort to like sit down and play it properly on their computer and stuff, you know? I'm sure it definitely probably opened the door for like a new audience and a point of interest and stuff for like new faces and shit. But it was kind of like spitting in the face of like the existing player base that are kind of like the older generation that came from like, you know, the older kind of like hardware and shit to begin with. I don't mind that gives me extra gold, but fire resistant, these two are resistances and that one's dexterity. Where is my amulet? Or resistances? No. Alright. Get rid of those, and I need to go, well, I could stock up on my own mana. Otherwise I will have to go up to Lysander to get some more potions by the look of it. Yeah. I need to get health and I need to get like a scroll kind of thing. But yeah, there's been plenty of shit around Diablo in like recent enough times. Like there's some stuff that like I just won't discuss because like I feel like it's irrelevant and shouldn't have been added to Diablo 2. There's some stuff that was added to Diablo 4 that I'm like, doesn't feel like it's going in the direction of like what people liked about Diablo, or at least like what people like myself and people that I know liked about Diablo and stuff. Like, obviously I don't speak for everyone. Hold on, Double Web the Shade are enchanted and undead. Nice. He's taken a little bit to die, there we go. But yeah, there was plenty of people that obviously liked it and enjoyed what it did. Like, you see how I'm like running through and I'm killing everything sort of thing, and I said that like obviously like I'm probably not going to have enough time to run through all of the tombs to like completely clear the oh shit, there's like 4 of these guys in here. No one was terrible. Like when I next play, I'll have to completely clear, like I'll have to come in from the Canyon of Mage waypoint, and I'll have to completely clear the Canyon of Mage, re-clear it again, right? Kill everything, loot everything, sell everything, all that sort of stuff, right? And then I will have to come down the tombs, which there are 7 tombs, and I've cleared 1 so far, which means that 1 will be optional for me to re-clear if I want to or not. What do you call it? Whereas like the rest of them will be mandatory. I will have to like clear through them. I will have to move some shit around here. Hold on. Chuck that in there too. So because of like the playthrough I'm doing and stuff, like shit's a little bit different for me, but the way like
I am overburdened.
the way Diablo 4 works is when I come into town like this, in Diablo 4, like if you go in or out of like a tomb, or if you go into town or whatever, everything respawns immediately, which means you can never actually fully clear an area kind of thing, which does kind of suck because like obviously like my playthroughs and stuff like involve me doing like full clears and stuff. Obviously like it's fresh game and stuff, but I like to recreate my characters in each new game. For instance, I couldn't do that in 3 because they made it that basically the game kind of like holds your hand and says, don't worry darling, I'll spec your character for you. And I'm like, no, I wanna purposely make it terrible. So like I couldn't have my actual characters be my actual characters in 3. 4 allows you to spec them and stuff, but at the same time like you can't fully like clear the place. And yeah, you kind of like, what is it, after you do like I think all of Act 1 or something, it kind of pushes you to start kind of like forcibly going, oh shit, that's a special there, kind of forces you to start going into like the Uber stuff. I don't do Uber stuff, so like once it started pushing that, I'm like, okay, I guess this is the end of the game for me, which kind of sucked because they also brought out like more content and shit, and I'm like, I don't even know if that's more content that's unrelated to Uber stuff or if it's like still base level progression kind of thing. I just haven't bothered to look. I'm like, I'm so uninterested in Diablo 4 that it doesn't matter what they add to it. I literally don't care. which is interesting because like I love Diablo, right? I specifically love Diablo 2 the most, but like you have to really kind of fuck up to make somebody that likes Diablo as much as me hate Diablo, you know? Like, as I said, obviously for some people it's like borderline the perfect game, not hating on that. If you like it, you like it. But I don't like it, I won't play it, and I love Diablo, so it's a bit of a, you know, shit in your tea kind of attitude towards that specific, you know, additions and stuff. I don't really see them adding additions to it in any positive light. Also, the circle tomb will be optional as well. I can optionally re-clear that, but we've done those two, and we've got all the rest of them. Obviously, we have the actual tomb that I have to go into for the quest, is like the one over here. Sorry, I had to cough. But I definitely won't have enough time to like run around and do that tonight. Like I kind of pushed it with those 2 tombs, but I kind of figured I could probably clear them based on how long it sort of took, which is kind of good. Plus she also got another level, so that is nice. I'm also kind of like mildly sort of choking on, I don't know, air, water, I'm not sure, but I'm fine. It's just my body's like failing to exist properly. I can merge these, which will give us a tiny bit more space in here. But yeah, generally speaking, some people do enjoy it when I like talk about like the in-depth perspective of like how I feel about what they did with Diablo, the other iterations of Diablo and stuff, and some people are just like get shit on kind of thing about it. So like, I don't know, everybody has their own opinion about what happened with the franchises and stuff, and I like Diablo 2. I actually love Diablo 2 and quite happily will go back and play it again. It's just that, like, as I said with Diablo 2, I want to have a character that actually matters to me. So, you know, my 2 original characters mattered to me, and I want to recreate them in this. Like, this is Tabby Cat, and I'm recreating her. So, yeah, I've already completed the game with her in normal Diablo 2, and I'm recreating her in Resurrected, which her gold armor, the gold and black, looks so cool with the stuff, by the way. It looks really good. But yeah, I'd rather do that than like hardcore fucking do the Ubers and make them like super insane and shit. That Tabby Cat name, well, don't you lol Tabby Cat. Like, I had Kelly and Kelly, OG Kelly, and then I had all these other terrible ones. That one's not mine. Somebody gave me that character. But like she's up to 23. Like the maximum I got her up to after I completed the game was a 94. So like I have her whole playthrough and her whole stats and stuff. But like yeah, we'll finish her